If your fireplace is on one wall and your TV is on another, your living room can feel impossible to lay out. You're not alone, because this is one of the most common layout problems I see. Today I'm going to show you 3 layouts that actually work. Hi, I'm Nikki D, your interior design bestie, here to help you make your home look expensive on a budget. And this layout, we're going to fix it. The problem with this layout and why it feels so hard is that you have 2 focal points, the fireplace and the TV, and they're on different walls. So the sofa ends up facing one, ignoring the other, or floating in a weird, awkward position. And that's when the room starts to feel off balance, hard to walk through, or like nothing quite works. But designers usually solve this problem in one of 3 ways. Layout 1 is where the sofa faces the fireplace. This is going to be best when the TV is not the main focus. In this layout, the fireplace becomes the emotional focal point of the room. With this furniture setup, the sofa would be centered facing the fireplace. Your TV moves to a side wall. You could add swivel chairs or angle accent chairs to connect both focal points. In addition to your sofa, pieces in this layout might be 2 accent chairs, a small ottoman near the fireplace, and a round coffee table for better flow. Designers use this layout because it feels more elegant and intentional. It encourages conversation and works beautifully for entertaining. It also creates a cozy living room because your fireplace is the main focal point. This layout's best for formal living rooms, homes where the TV isn't always on, or traditional or transitional spaces. And if you're not sure what your design style is yet, make sure that you take my free design style quiz linked below. It'll tell you exactly what style fits you best so that you can shop and decorate with confidence. There's also a free floor plan PDF linked below that'll help you measure your room and map out your layout before you buy anything. Layout problems almost always come down to one thing: measurements. Layout 2 has the sofa facing the TV. This is best when the TV is the main focal point. So if your family watches TV every day, this layout usually makes the most sense. This furniture setup would have the sofa facing the TV wall with the fireplace as a secondary focal point. Then you may have 2 accent chairs near the fireplace with a side table between the chairs, and then you could also include a small bench or ottoman for extra seating. This layout works because it prioritizes comfort, keeps the angles natural, and makes the room easy to use every day. The ideal TV height and a general rule to follow is going to be to have the center of the TV about 42 to 48 inches from the floor, which is roughly eye level when you're seated. If you have a media cabinet below the TV, the screen should typically be about 4 to 12 inches above the media cabinet, with 4 to 6 inches being ideal for a sleek, connected look. And 6 to 12 inches would be if you need more space for a soundbar or decor. That usually means that the bottom of the TV is around 24 to 30 inches off the floor, depending on the height of your sofa and media cabinet. Now in my own living room, the TV is mounted above the fireplace. It's high, but my sofa sits back 12 feet, so the viewing angle is much more comfortable than if the sofa were close to the fireplace. So mounting above the fireplace can work if the viewing distance is far enough and the angle isn't extreme. But in most rooms, a lower TV placement is going to be more comfortable. If I'm being honest, I don't watch TV at all, and when my family watches, they're lounging on the sofa anyway, so the angle sitting back to the TV is not a big deal. It's not like anyone has any neck strain, but again, I have a far distance between the TV and the sofa, so it's not an issue for us. The other thing about my living room is when we were designing it, we wanted the fireplace, and the only other way to not have the TV above the fireplace would be to, instead of having the side windows, to add some kind of bookcase with the TV on the side, and that's not what we wanted. The other option would have been to have a lower fireplace, and that would have dropped the TV down as well. But we went with a more classic traditional fireplace look, so the TV wound up being much higher. Layout 3 is going to be a floating sectional layout. This is best when you want to enjoy both the TV and the fireplace. This is the designer solution when you don't want to choose just one focal point. The basic idea is, instead of pushing your furniture against the walls, you float the seating in the center of the room. So the furniture setup would be a sectional that floats in the middle, and it's positioned so that one direction can face the TV and the other enjoys the fireplace. So you basically get the best of both worlds. Optional pieces that you would add to this layout could be accent chairs near the fireplace, a bench under the window or as part of your seating arrangement, and then ottomans opposite the sectional or chase. You could also add a console table behind the sofa or on an empty wall that has ottomans underneath that could be pulled out for extra seating. This layout works because it balances both focal points. It's going to improve traffic flow and feels very intentional and designer-like. This layout is going to be best for larger living rooms, open concept spaces, and rooms with multiple entry points. When you have a fireplace and a TV on separate walls, accent chairs, benches, and ottomans are your secret weapon in tricky layouts. They could be used to angle toward both focal points, fill awkward corners, or create a secondary conversation zone. Great options include swivel chairs, small benches under windows or to define the seating area, round ottomans near the fireplace, in the seating arrangement, or under a console table on an empty wall or behind your sofa. They make the room feel layered instead of stiff. Now with tricky layouts, it is super important that you measure and create a floor plan. Before you move or buy any furniture, you want to take measurements of your space. You want to check the width and length of your room, the distance between the focal points, walkways, and your sofa depth and length. Then you want to create a simple floor plan so that you know everything fits. You could sketch this on paper, which is harder when you want to make changes, or you can use a floor plan app and computerize your floor plan, which is much easier if you want to make changes or try different layout ideas. And make sure you download my free floor plan PDF, link below. It'll make the process so much easier. When you see the layout on paper, you'll avoid buying a sofa that's too big, blocking your walkways, or ending up with an awkward layout. The biggest mistakes that I see with this layout is mounting the TV too high above the fireplace when the sofa is close, blocking walkways with the back of the sofa, pushing every piece of furniture against the walls, and trying to center everything perfectly on both focal points, which is very difficult to do. Your room doesn't need perfect symmetry, it just needs balance. And this means balancing pieces from one side to the other so that it feels cohesive and like it belongs together. So I'm in my living room and I wanted to give you an idea of some of the different options that we considered. When we were designing this space, we wanted to have a traditional fireplace, and that has a raised hearth and then the fireplace up above. This added about a foot of height to the overall fireplace. If we went for a more modern look instead of traditional, we could have had a lower fireplace, which would have dropped the TV down lower. The TV is up above, it is high, but our sofa is 12 feet back. So whenever anybody is watching TV, they're essentially lounging and laying and looking up at the TV. There is no neck bending or any situation like that. We also have two chairs off to the side, which are more conversational. They are angled in towards the coffee table, but when we do have company over, sometimes somebody will sit in the chair and you can still see the TV from here. If we did not put the TV up above the fireplace, it would have meant closing off the two side windows and then putting some kind of bookcase or a situation where we could have the TV on either side and it would be more at eye level. We did not want to go that route because we really wanted this to be the focal point and I wanted the TV to kind of hide. So we actually made an indentation here where the TV is set back. We did this about 20 years ago. So frame TVs didn't exist. We can put a trim around this to kind of make it look like a frame TV. But again, we have this for 20 years and we just set it back so it can push in. And having the black wall, the purpose of that was to essentially hide the TV and have it not be the focal point and always have the fireplace as the focal point. Typically what this looks like is my husband lounging on the sofa looking at the TV, and again it's set back almost 13 feet, so it's not an issue. This TV, you can tilt it down if ever you wanted to switch the direction of the TV. In some spaces you may have a situation where you have a fireplace and you have this wall where you have a media cabinet and a TV up above. If this was a full solid wall, this could also be the TV wall, and if that was the case, I would reposition the sofa, have the back facing back of the doors so that it would be facing the TV if that was the main focal point. If I did have a media cabinet with the TV up above in this area, area, the ideal layout for this particular space would be an L-shaped sectional, and move the chairs into another room, maybe put just ottomans here. I have the ottomans in front of the fireplace here. You could put ottomans on either side of the media cabinet or even in front of the media cabinet for extra seating, but really you would have the L-shaped sectional where someone sitting on this side of the L shape would be focused on the TV, someone sitting on this side could be focused on the fireplace, but from either side, lounging or sitting, you would be able to enjoy both the TV and the fireplace. Another consideration or layout idea that you'll see in more traditional spaces is to have the fireplace and two sofas that are equal size on either side of the fireplace, and you might have swivel chairs either in front of the fireplace or at the end of the sofas. Then you could have the fireplace on the wall here, and you could have the TV on the opposite wall. The only thing is that the best viewing position would be laying on the sofa. If you have a sofa at the side of the fireplace, you're really facing across if you're sitting up. However, if you're lounging, then you'd be able to view the TV here, or you would be able to lounge this way and enjoy the fireplace. So that's a great option, especially in traditional spaces, is to have two sofas on either side lengthwise and have the fireplace and the TV on the opposite wall. So there you have it, 3 layouts that you could try in your awkward living room today. So if you have a fireplace and TV on separate walls, try one of these 3 layout options. Have your sofa face the fireplace for a more elegant conversational layout, face the TV for everyday comfort, or float the sofa or sectional so that you can enjoy both. One of these layouts will work in almost every home, so make sure you give it a try and leave a comment below and let me know how it goes. And if you're struggling with your living room layout, this sofa series is going to walk you through the most common problems step by step. Next week, we're tackling small living rooms and the sofa layouts that actually work. I linked some pieces from this video below, but if you love something that you saw or need a specific link, just leave a comment. I'm always happy to help you source it. You'll also see some shopping icons at the bottom of the video and at the end screen for easy access. And if you want help designing your home from start to finish, make sure that you check out my course, Design a Home 101, link below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more videos every week. For more ideas and inspiration, watch this video next. Love you all so much, and I'll see you next week. Until then, happy designing. Ciao.